What up, everybody? I'm Dave Miranda, and this is episode 76 of Just Give Me 5. I hope you guys are doing great, continue to be amazing. We got another awesome show lined up for you today. But if you guys caught episode 75, you saw we had none other than the one and only Nina Cruz. And let me tell you, that girl has had one awesome journey. You know, it's like to be starting in radio as young as she was starting and to have accomplished as much as she has. I mean, that's just a blessing right there, you know. And I love how life after radio for her is going just as great. You know, I mean, they can't get any better than that, right? And, you know, it was just truly a honor and a treat to have her on the show. And, you know, I wish you nothing but continued success, my friend. Make sure you guys watch episode 75. All right. But today's guest is one of the most incredible artists to ever do it, and definitely an Arizona legend. We're going to talk about his early days in art and how he got inspired to be an artist. We're going to talk about the creation of the legendary Blunt Club. We're going to talk about his affiliation with Drunken Immortals, an awesome Snoop story, and so much more. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you, Dump LaRock.
What's up? This is Dump LaRock, and all I'm saying is just give me 5. I would say I got into art probably in kindergarten. I started doing art. My father and my mom were artists, and I even got into a kindergarten art competition and won.
Really?
In kindergarten, over the whole school too, which was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, I've been doing art like my whole life, and you know, got into design probably in high school. Like I was doing like the graffiti on the pants thing and all that at the school I went to, and breakdancing and doing that stuff, and then started doing design work probably just before computers started having Photoshop. I would hand draw flyers for hip hop events and stuff like that, and shows, punk rock shows. I was doing flyers for like Boston's nightclub and different clubs around time.
Wow,
Yeah, back in the day.
Yep.
And then started doing into computer stuff, and just been doing design, freelance style, and art since that. Doing live art, I think about 1998 I started doing live art.
Okay.
When I was doing Move 98 with Disco at Boston's, and we were painting. We had like the whole back area of Boston's, and we would do like live painting, graffiti out there. People were painting panels, stuff like that.
This was
We had
98?
98, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we started doing art in there, and then we had DJs come out and do hip hop shows over there, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We had that was kind of the beginnings of the live art part. One club started with Emerge McVeigh was on tour with Eminem
Okay.
at the time, and I think he was with I think it was Eminem, and probably with his band Bionic Jive.
Yeah.
And Keith Nichols from Boston's at the time was opening up Priceless Inn, which was offshoot of Boston's nightclub. Merge came at Keith and was like, yo, I have this idea, I want to do spoken word night with like, you know, and call it the Blunt Club, and you know, this is my ideas, and we're gonna do this and that. And then Keith hit me up, because I was doing Move 98 at the time,
Yeah.
at his spot with Disco, and then he was like, I know the perfect dude to do this.
Right.
And then I ended up linking with the Merge, and I was doing wet paint at the time. So we had like a whole, you know, art gallery going on, and had a whole little scene of people that we hung out with and shit. And we were doing live shows in the shop too, so we had like enough connections to DJs and music artists and all that stuff, and poetry. And at that time, Def Poetry Jam was the hot shit, you know.
Right.
Everyone was fucking doing spoken word stuff.
Right.
So we started off the night as that, with the trip hop kind of music appeal to it.
Okay.
It wasn't quite hip hop at the beginning. We kind of were doing like more jazzy, loungy, you know, getting that kind of vibe. We had Jules Demetrius, rest in peace, coming down and doing poems. A bunch of other cats out here. We had tons of really dope poets out, spoken word artists coming out. And then Emerge would host it. And then I think that was 2002, and we're just had our 20-year anniversary at the Pemberton, which had been Saturday, May 21st. So, and yeah, still going strong. I think this year we probably feel like our Blunt Club is just revitalizing itself, you know. And at 49 years old, I'm about to restart my club night again and see how many more years we can keep it going, you know.
Right.
So why not get started now?
And then you had the affiliation, you were affiliated with Drunken Immortals too.
For sure, for sure. Probably around the same time I started Blunt Clubs when we started working with Drunken Immortals and painting as live artists in their band. And then touring around the U.S. with them. And yeah, we toured all over the place, several tours. We were also doing stuff with Universal Music at the time, and doing the Brick House Theater, and we had a whole bunch of live painters painting over there. And from Drunken Immortals down the line, we ended up forming a trio, which was the Insects, which was me, Brad B, and Foundation, our producer slash DJ drummer from Drunken Immortals. And we toured around with that collective for a long time. And yeah, it's been going strong at it. I would say my most memorable piece that I've drawn or painted would be at Snoop Dogg's house.
Really?
Yeah, it was on Man Caves, season 1. I think it's like episode 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine was going on the show through the DIY network to build a Cadillac couch for Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
It was like the rear end of a Cadillac, cut it off, put a seat in it. We had like side things so you could put his bong in there. They were blue rag wrapped, you know.
Yeah.
And it said Snoop on the license plate. So I helped him build, put that together, and he's like, yo, they want to have a painting or something, you know, in the thing. So they're like, they want you to know if you want to come paint live and paint the painting and then put it on the wall in his new man cave. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I'm in, you know. Right. So 24 hours later, I'm in a car driving to Diamond Bar, California, to Snoop Dogg's house, and pulling up in front of his pad. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to paint this painting of Snoop Dogg today. And painted a big 48 by 60 piece. You know, Snoop Dogg was there with his kids. He was filming Fatherhood at the same time, so they had double film crews going on.
Right,
So it was a trip, man. It was just hung out like all day and all night. Middle of the day, I had to paint. It was like super hot out. Painted the Snoop Dogg, you know, live huge piece for him while he was just like kicking it with his family over there, you know. So that was definitely a trippy day. And then later when we put it up on the wall and they did the unveiling and stuff, they're like, brought me in there like, Dumper, come in here, you know, Snoop Dogg wants to talk to you and we're gonna unveil the painting. And then rolled up into his little man cave area and he's in there and he's like, they're all, Snoop Dogg, what do you think of the painting? And he's like, it's like lifestyles of the rich and famous. And I was just like, that's what's up, dude.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, it was super fresh, but yeah, I was digging it and took some pictures with him and shit, and it's still hanging in his man cave to this day, I guess. So yeah, but it was dope time. So that was definitely in the most memorable situations. But you know, painting on the road and on tour and so many places across the U.S. and like kind of showing people a different style of doing live art, because no one was touring around doing live art at hip hop shows. Yeah, it was definitely some weird shit. Like everywhere we went, it was really receptive, and you know, a lot of people are like, "Fuck, dude, I never seen no shit like that," you know. So, but painting a painting in 30 minutes is, you know, that can mess with you.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to get my speed painting on. Older dumper don't do that shit though.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm like an hour or something. Well, right now for dumper, I'm working at Trill Hip Hop Shop in Phoenix where we're shooting right now. I do the design work and art for Chuck, and do T-shirts and whatnot. Still doing graphic design, freelance stuff on the side. Been doing just did some shirts for the Dilla Foundation. Doing stuff for Geechee Suede from Camp Low right now. Okay. It's working with a lot of hip hop artists and stuff, and then I still do design work for Wasted Grain in Scottsdale. A bunch of bars around town. Just freelance and stuff, and working on our new home and living the life in Arizona. Gonna see where the next 10 years takes us, or 20 or whatever. Get Blunt Club back going again, and I got another club night. Me and Tricky T and M2 are starting up at the Womack on Memorial Day, and it's every Sunday. We do kind of like an 80s throwback, roller boogie type shit, and it's called Aquanet. So we're throwing it back to when women used to have big hair in the 90s,
Right.
So, come to the spot and don't bring a lighter with you. It'll be good. Feels amazing. I appreciate the people who supported me, and I'll miss all the people that we lost. We have a whole wall full of dead homies up here and different people that we looked up to, and appreciate that I'm still alive doing what I do, and I hope that we inspire people to do what we do. And if anybody ever needs some advice or anything, they can reach out and we can see if we can help them out. That's what it's all about, I think. Shout out to Pixter, my lady, and Chuck and everybody here at Trill, of course, and all my Blunt Club crew, all the Blunt Club cats in Oakland and San Diego and out of Hawaii and around the world. And thanks for checking out Just Give Me 5.
And there you have it. Man, nothing but love and respect to my man Dumper. I've known Dumper for many, many years. Definitely a true gem in the scene. And, all of his accomplishments and everything that he's contributed to the community out here and brought to us is very, 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 very well appreciated. And, nothing but love and respect to you, my brother. And I wish you nothing but continued success. Make sure you guys are following him on social media. And shout out to my brother Jimmy Nelson on that camera. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. Well, this was definitely another one for the books. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And till next time, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay healthy, and just give me 5, y'all.
Everything you get, you got